What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the Kicks only version of the Kicks and Giggles podcast. On today's show, we're talking about some. I don't know if I don't know what to do with this fucking screen. Can I put this screen here? I think so. All right. Today's episode, we're talking about my predictions from January. I honestly did pretty good with my January predictions. I have one in particular that's just a fucking big L, but the rest of them were pretty spot on. You know, your boy kind of knows his shit when it comes to sneakers, huh? So I feel good. I feel confident about last month, and I feel pretty confident about February's releases as well. So. And we got a lot. February is honestly such a fucking hot month. Like, people don't realize how much we're getting in February. And on this episode in particular, I want to focus on investing in shoes because there's a lot of shit for February that you should buy, and there's a couple pairs that I'm going to tell you guys about that came out in January that I think are great investments. I've actually personally been getting into stocks a lot more recently. Shout out to Victor. Victor is a buddy of mine that put me on to some of them, and now I've been reading a lot on my own, and I got into stocks a little bit more recently, and they're more penny stocks and small, not necessarily penny stocks, but smaller stocks, short holds, not super quick flips, but like, 2-3 month holds, and I've been doing pretty good. So doing stocks honestly made me kind of want to pull out of the sneaker game a little bit. But now I'm playing the sneaker game more like the stock market, where I'm trying to go after stuff that I can get and flip within 2 months. So I'm gonna start focusing on short flips rather than like a Ben and Jerry's dunk that's obviously going to go up over years, or a fucking bread one that's going to take some time but it's going to go up. I'm trying to focus on quicker flips for you guys. So let's get to first things first. I want to talk about these predictions from January. So first off, I had the Volt ones. This is the black, yellow, and kind of neon Jordan 1. Obviously, if you guys aren't watching right now, I always recommend for the Kicks only episodes, get your ass on YouTube and watch them, because unless you're a super sneakerhead and you can picture every single shoe that I'm talking about in your head, which, I mean, it's not hard to do that, but unless you really know your shit, I always recommend the visuals for this. So yeah. Also, one more thing before I get into the predictions, I actually wanted to plug on Twitch. I do giveaways, and as of right now, I'm doing a giveaway of these Jordan Volt ones, actually. So every other month I do giveaways. The next giveaway is going to be in April. So if you guys want to get in, if you guys want to get on some fucking giveaways, then April, they're only like $3 or $5 to enter. And like this past one, only 50 people have entered. So you have a 1 in 50 chance of winning a pair of fucking Volt ones for $5 or under. They're really good to get into, and it's a way for me to give back to you guys, the listeners, the community. So that's on Twitch TV/Bad Blando. So if you go to your Twitch app, or if you download it, search Bad Blando and you can find me there. I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday nights. It's a lot of fun. So back to the sneakers. So for the Volt ones, I actually said 250 to 280. And I mean, a lot of these are pretty fucking low. They're at like 210. So I'm still going to consider this a win because it wasn't over what I said. I guess technically it's an L because it's not 250. It's still a significant amount under, but pretty fucking close. I didn't think these were going to do that great. I'm actually surprised that they're as low as they are right now, but there is a lot of these made, so I don't really recommend buying these. Just wanted to go over my predictions for those. So then the Starfish 13s, I said $200 to 220, and that's exactly where these are, 200, 210, 215. So Starfishes, honestly, I'm not going to lie, I saw these in person, and I really, I like these a lot. I didn't like them in the beginning because they're not my style when it comes to color, and I don't really like just basic white Jordan 13s. But after I saw them in person, they're actually not too bad of quality. And this orange is like kind of suede, and it's better quality than I expected. I'm not going to say I'm blown away by them, but they're not as bad as I thought they were going to be, and for sure I got a win on those for the predictions. So then we got the Taupe 4s. Now I predicted these. I said that if Travis Scott had something to do with them. They were going to be $800, and if Travis Scott didn't, they'd be around $350. And basically, I was fucking basically right. Size 10 last sold 400, highest bid 330. Size 10 and a half, 375, 416. People are actually still getting their pairs from the mail. So these are going to continue to drop a little bit, and they're going to hit right at that sweet spot of 350. And that's literally because of Travis Scott not being in this. But they are still a fire pair. They're really good quality. They have like 2 different types of suede. I don't even know what the kind is that's on the toe box and on the tongue, but it's like this longer cut suede or some shit. And they're really, really good quality shoe, and I like the color. They're different. They actually look like a Travis Scott shoe, I think, just because they kind of mimic that blue Retro 4. It's just brown, but everything else is the same. The black eyelets, the black cage, the black soles. So I like these a lot, and I think these deserve to be 350. But I'm going to give myself the W on my prediction there. Next up is the Cool Gray 3s. So my prediction for these, I said they were only going to go for around 250, and they are at like 290 right now, but they actually got postponed. So I'm not going to consider this a W or an L yet, but it's looking like I'm going to get the W here because I think these are going to release, and then they're going to drop to maybe even lower than 250, probably retail. But these are a classic colorway, and I just think that sometimes gray doesn't get as much love as it should when it comes to Jordans. But I like these a lot. And they come out February 20th now. I thought they were coming out in January. This is another W for me. I actually didn't know that these were a Chinese New Year pair, but these Jordan 5 lows, I still stand by the fact that I think these are ugly as fuck. But I predicted 200 to 220, and that's exactly where they are, 220, 225, depending on your size, 230. So right around that estimate that I gave. So I'm going to get the W on those. And then this is where the big fucking L comes in. These Sun Wave Runners, I did not expect these to do shit. I don't like this shoe. I think it's hideous. The hype hasn't gotten me into this at all. Like, there's no beating around this shoe. I think this is ugly as fuck. But somehow a size 10 and a half is going for 550, size 11's 500, size 9 and a half 490, and I said that I didn't think these were even going to go over 300. So fuck, I'm good with Jordans. I guess I'm not good with Yeezys, and I don't know why. It's got to be because these are like super limited. I don't even know the quantity on these, but it's got to be because they're limited, because there's no way that people think that this is a good looking shoe, because it fucking is not. Okay, not at all. Not a good looking shoe. Don't fucking buy this. Now, these are the sleepers of the month, okay? Sleepers of the month, and I didn't even fucking talk about these because I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not a big Nike SB head, and I did not even know these were fucking coming out. But this is an all black and white Nike Dunk Low, and they're like on StockX, they're literally called Nike Dunk Low White Black 2021. I don't know if there's a nickname for these. I'd probably call them like the pandas, like the panda dunk lows. I don't know what people are calling them, but this is a sleeper, man, because if you look at clean dunk colorways, the black toes, the Chicagos, they all are going for 500 plus. And these, and this actually, there's another pair, the Court Purple dunk lows, came out in fucking January, middle of January, this past month, and they're like only $300, and they were actually, I've been watching these the past week and a half, they were actually $240. Not even gonna lie to you guys, and as much as I fucking hate StockX, I actually bought 2 pairs on StockX for $245 and $250 because nobody's got them. Like in Chicago, I'm posting on my pages, yo, I need these, I'm paying high. Nobody wants to sell them, nobody's talking about them because people know that these are a sleeper. And I think this shoe will be $400, $500 by April. Okay, I'm gonna maybe not 500. I think they'll go up to 400 by April. So if you got $300 you want to invest, and you buy these and you sit on them for 2 months and you make $100, I think that's a pretty good deal, So I like these a lot. And let's see what else. And the Core Purples, these are like, it's like the Core Purple Jordan 1s, the same style, the purple is the exact same color, the black and white, super clean. And for, $290 to $320, it's no, that's a good shoe to buy. If you guys, wherever the fuck you live, all you sneaker sellers out there or buyers, if you have on Facebook like a local sneaker selling page, try to buy these. I really recommend trying to get these. Now, the next pair, I didn't talk about these either, but this goes down as one of my favorite releases for the year. And again, I don't know why people aren't fucking talking about them, but this is a Jordan 1 low. It's a Bread 1 low that's covered in some Chinese New Year swag. They've got these gold tassels that hang off the tongue, or like kind of like the tongue. It's around, they go around the heel, and then they got the gold flower print, that like Chinese New Year shit all over them. And I like these a lot because where the Jordan 5 is just an ugly ass shoe, I like this Jordan 1 because it's a Bread 1 low. It's a classic colorway. Everybody loves the shoe. And then they added the Chinese New Year touch to it. Rather than making the whole shoe Chinese New Year and going decked out with crazy designs, or doing like white with the flags on them, like the fucking 5s, which I hate. I like these because they still paid some fucking respect to the OG colorway, and then they mixed it with the Chinese New Year thing. And then you even get a cool box. The box is sick for these. It's like an OG Nike box with the red swoosh on it and the red Nike, and then you have the decals on top of the letters. So I like these a lot, and supposedly there's only 8,500 made. Now if you look on StockX for this exact pair, they're only at, and I'm not saying only like I'm a rich fucking guy, okay? But knowing how sneakers are and knowing how limited sneakers are, for a shoe that there's only 8,000 made, okay, that's a Bread 1. Okay, there's multiple things here. It's a Jordan 1. That's already a W. It's a Bread. That's already a W. It's a Chinese New Year, which gives a little bit extra hype and a little bit extra exclusivity. And it's limited to 8,500 pairs. So for a fucking $500 investment for a shoe that's this limited and that's this fucking under the radar that not a lot of people are paying attention to, I think this is a big win. I think that, you know, come summertime, this shoe is going to be $600-700, like easily $600. I think this will be $700 by summer. I think this is a shoe that you could make 100 or 2 on within a couple months. You just buy them, let them sit dead stock, and then get rid of them. Obviously, depending on where you buy them, I wouldn't really try to buy these on StockX because you're going to pay a lot in fees. If you could get them outside of StockX from anyone for under $600, I think it's a great deal. Honestly, you might even be able to buy them on StockX, but if you're going to buy them on StockX, you have to wait longer because you're going to pay an extra $80 in fees. So then you got to probably wait until August or September to see like a better profit, or maybe even December. But I think with all the releases this past month, with like the 1s, the 13s, the 4s, there's a lot of hype, the Wave Runners. There was a lot of money going out into smaller releases, and then you drop these fucking Nike Street Hawker, the SB Street Hawkers. There was so much going on in January that people didn't even realize these fucking Bread 1s are super limited, and they're coming out and they're fire, and not a lot of people got their hands on them. So I like those Jordan 1 lows a lot, and I think that's a great pickup. And aside from the fact that I think they're going to make money, I have been looking for Jordan 1 lows for the past couple months, and I've actually specifically been looking for Jordan Bread 1 lows. And now that these came out, I'm kind of thinking, do I get the OG Breads and rock them, or should I just buy these and rock them? I really don't know. So anyways, back to this Nike SB. This is going to be my least favorite item for the month of January. I just like, I can't get into like weird shit like this. I know it's like a Chinese New Year thing. It's based off of the food that they eat, and it's supposed to have like, it's kind of like a what the version of like a Chinese dinners and appetizers. It's like supposed to represent a bunch of their cuisine and their food and shit. So it is cool. I guess it's kind of a cool story, but when it comes to shoes, the story only does so much for me. It has to be a good looking shoe. And I mean, in this shoe, you have orange, dark brown, gold, yellow, pink, silver, green, brown, beige, gray. Like these colors just don't fucking go for me. And I know that the fucking Nike SB squad. I know that you guys are used to seeing bizarre colors like that, but where I'm a Jordan head, I like the solid red, I like the solid blue, I like gray, I like black and white, I like purple, yellow. Like I like solid colors. I don't like these fucking like just mixtures of shitty colors. It's just not my vibe. But, of course, because it's a fucking Nike SB and it's 2021 and 2020, these are really hot right now. So these are already $600 and they just fucking released. I can only imagine what they're going to be in a year or two. I don't know if these are going to be like a short-term hold. I don't really recommend holding these. Like unless you're going to just put them in the fucking shed and let them sit for a year or two, then they'll get a lot. But for short term, I think they'll stay around 600 or maybe 650 for a while. So that's that. Now, there's also the first thing I want to say. This is pretty big too. Everybody knows about these trophy room retro ones that are coming out. They're one of the most anticipated shoes of the year. They're actually one of my favorite shoes of the year as well. I know that there's a ton of hype around these, and as much as I don't want to buy into the hype, you can't deny that this is a fucking beautiful shoe, okay? And the small details, the glitter across the whole shoe, the ice on the bottom, the soles have like a Chicago flag, they have the stars on them. The inside, they even come with a little ticket that looks like you're a ticket to a basketball game, and then the box is blue with the stars on it. I mean, I fucking love this shoe, okay? I love it. I'm not gonna bullshit, and I'm sure they're great quality. I haven't seen them in person yet. Now the problem is that I'm in Chicago. I'm a Chicago sneaker reseller, and I'm a fucking veteran. I've been doing this shit for 6-7 years now, maybe even 8 years, and I'm noticing that there are people in Chicago that have 20 pairs, 30 pairs, 50 pairs, 100 pairs. And there are people that got 20 pairs that have no box. They're saying the shoes only, no box. And the whole no box thing, sometimes that's okay. And I really, like personally, I don't buy shoes if they don't have the box. But I know that there is cases where you get the shoes early and the boxes didn't ship out yet and you only get the shoes and then you backdoor them and the boxes get lost somewhere in between there, or they don't want to give out the boxes because they don't want to make it look bad. There's always a story with people in Chicago that get early pairs, and I've been through it all, man. I don't trust whatever's going on with some trophy room ones. I have some really big resellers that have been in the game for years with me that are also saying, like, dude, don't trust that. There's a lot of unauthorized pairs going around. I mean, if you think about it, the quantity of these shoes, it's 12,000 pairs made. Okay, that's what they claimed. So there's 12,000 pairs of this shoe made, the trophy room one. How the fuck is there 1,000 pairs that are already released early that have no receipts, have no box, have no blue laces, have no card? They're like, it just doesn't, something doesn't add up. I've literally seen probably 1,000 early pairs within LA, New York, and Chicago, like my sneaker pages that I'm in. And it's just something's fucking fishy about it. I don't trust that. So what I'm going to say to you guys, all the young resellers out there and the old resellers, whether you're a veteran or you're new to the game, I would not buy this shoe unless you have a trophy room receipt or a Nike receipt, or as long as the receipt matches the person's name. It can't be my buddy got these and I bought them and now I'm nah. You got to see, if you're buying from Angelo Blando, you better fucking see Angelo Blando on the receipt, and you better see Angelo Blando's confirmation code and all that, because there is a lot of fucking fake pairs going around. I'm telling you for a fact. Now, I'm not going to say that some people in Chicago have fakes or some people in LA have fakes. I don't know who it is in particular. I'm not calling anybody out, but a lot of these pairs that you're seeing early are not legit. So if you got a plug and your plug's got 50 pairs early, I get that it's cool, and there's sure there probably are some that have legit pairs, but there's too many people that have got 20 plus pairs. And I'm not saying this because I'm jealous, okay? Obviously I'm fucking jealous. I want to have 50 pairs right now. But I'm definitely not jealous of the fact that people have fake pairs and they're making money off of fake shit, because I don't support that. So be careful with a lot of these releases that are above $2,000. And also, right now, the last price sold for those is, let's see, I'll pull this screen up for you guys. Last price sold in a size 10.5 is 1950. I do think these are going to drop a little bit, but I also think that because people are getting so many pairs early, whether they're real or fake, I think that's driving the hype down because people are starting to question maybe there's not 12,000 pairs made. Maybe there's 20,000. Maybe there's 30,000 and Jordan lied to us and blah, blah. I don't buy into that because I don't think that Jordan would lie and Nike would lie about a release. I think that's people's bullshit escape to sell fake pairs. I think people are saying like, nah, man, there's 20,000 made. That's how I got all these. I just think it's bullshit. My prediction for these after release, they release middle of February. My prediction for these, by the end of February, I think these should be at 1,500. I hope that they are at least. But, I mean, fuck, I hope they're lower. If they could get to like 1,200, I'll buy them. But I hope they at least drop to 1,500. They are sick, but there is still a handful of pairs out there that are real, and there's a ton that are going to come out. So, like, although there are some real pairs going through StockX, I think that once the official stock comes out and all 12,000 pairs are out, I think that the market will drop a little bit. But it's still a great pair to buy and hold long term, especially. I love the small details on these. And, you can't go wrong with the Chicago colorway when it has something that's like a collab and a Chicago colorway is fucking sick, So last part of this episode is obviously the February releases. Like I said, there's a lot of hot releases coming out in February. Some of these I'm a really big fan of. Some of them I'm not. You got Carmine, Silver Toes. So let's jump into these. So first off, we got this, and I don't know how to say this, Anthracite Jordan 5. I got to be honest with you, I don't like these because the material looks like corduroy or like something like that. And in person, I've seen that it's not really all black. The heel and the toe of these is like gray, and then the core is black and the tongue is black. But I don't know, man. I just don't like these. These don't remind me of the actual Raging Bull pack, like OG black metallic fucking Retro 5s. This looks like a shitty remake. So I mean, maybe people like them, and they are clean. They're black and white still. They're good colors, but I'm going to go 250 on these. I don't think these deserve to go over 250, so I'm going to predict 250 on the Jordan 5s. For the Super Bowl flu game lows. Now, this is a weird release for me as well because the only thing that screams Super Bowl about this pair is on the inside of the shoe. On the inside, there's a bunch of confetti, and then the Jordan 12 box, it's like a Jordan 12 box, but on the bottom, instead of being all black, there's also confetti on the box. And it's kind of cool, but I don't think that they do these releases right. You're going to name something a Super Bowl pair. It should have something to do with the Bucks and the Chiefs, or something to do with NFL. Slap an NFL logo on them. Put a football thing on there. I think there's way more you can do. Plus, it like this shoe is one of the craziest stories of Michael Jordan sneakers of all time. Like the flu game is a sick fucking story that turned into a shoe and then made a big thing. And like I don't like that they're taking an awesome story and then trying to like add on top of it. Like, oh, this is the flu games, but also it's the Super Bowls. So I appreciate the attempt, and I do like the fact that they're re-retroing these fucking flu games. I wish they were high top because I hate low tops, but I'm going to say these don't go over 275. I don't really... I think this is a cool concept, but it's executed very poorly. I would have released the flu games as a high top and just let them be the flu game high tops, and then made a different Super Bowl low that had confetti all over them, and then an NFL logo on the back, and then instead of that like fucking that, see this red part on the flu game, you could easily make that a football. Like that could literally be the skin of a football and make it brown. This is such an easy thing that I feel like they didn't do right. So 275 for those max. Next pair, we got these February 10th. These are the retro 185 cut. It's like the varsity, whatever the fuck they call them. So the whole point of these is that they're way better quality. They're thicker leather. It's way more durable. It's a hard leather rather than a tumbled leather. This is the complete opposite of a royal toe or a bread toe. It's like firm. It's like how they fucking used to be. I love like the 2013 breads and like just the older royal ones, like that firm leather. That's I love it. So I really like the quality on these, and I already know the quality is going to be good. The white and gray, it's pretty bland for me. I'm not going to lie. I don't think I'd wear this shoe because it looks just too basic, but I still think the fact that a lot of people love all white shoes, a lot of people love Jordan 1s, and they are good quality, and it is something different compared to all the different colors we've been seeing with Jordan 1 last year. So I think these will do like 350, you know. I think the retail is probably going to be a little higher than normal, 200 retail. I feel like Jordan 1 retail is, what is it, 160, 180? I don't fucking even know. But yeah, I think those will do like 350 max, you know, probably 325, 350 max. Next up, we got the silver toes. I really like these. I got to keep it real with you guys. The gold toes, I absolutely loved because I actually wish these silver toes were patent. I like the patent leather look a lot, and I like how durable they are, and that you could spill shit on them and it just rolls right off. But the silver toes, these are clean, and this is a woman's release, but I think that, you know, size 12, and if they make size 13, I think those are going to be money sizes and probably pretty good long holds. So yeah, these are sick, man. I like these. You can't go wrong. For me, like gray, black, and white, you really can't go wrong with. Sometimes it's too much white, like the 85s that I was just talking about, but I like these. This is actually a shoe that I'd probably would wear, which like says a lot because I'm not really into like basic, or not basic, but modern, like new release Jordan 1s anymore. Fuck. So what am I going to say for these? I think big sizes is going to be like 300 plus, and then smaller sizes like 8Ws, 9Ws. I think those will be like fucking 260. So 260 to 300 for those. And then I think we got like two more major ones. Yeah, so last two, the Carmine 6s. I really like this shoe. I'm happy to see that it's coming out again. This is one of my favorite retro 6s of all time, and you just can't go wrong with this colorway. Even though it's a little bit bizarre, it's just such an iconic fucking shoe. So Carmine 6s, I think these deserve to hit 300. And for a Retro 6, if you look at the past Retro 6 releases, Retro 6s have kind of been shitty lately. So I think this is a good bounce back, come back with these. Hopefully they'll be you know, $300, maybe $320. That's my prediction for those. And as long as they don't like overdo them, I hope these aren't like super GR'd. I could also see them making a fuckload of them and then everyone's got them. But I hope they at least tone it down a little bit. Now the last pair, this is a PSG Jordan 1. It's like a Zoom and a PSG. And I gotta be honest with you guys, I love the color purple. I know it's a little feminine, but purple, pink, I'm all for it when it's mixed with black. But this shoe in particular, it's like, I think the whole thing is nubuck, and it's like or very short suede. And the swoosh is cool because I think if you take a picture with the swoosh, it's instead of like 3M, it's like purple. It's like glows purple. I think it's a really cool concept, but I don't think a lot of men are going to go after these, which is kind of a problem because that's going to hurt their sales. Also, PSGs never really do that good anyways. Like they always go like $50, $100 over retail, but like initially they don't do that great. But I guess over time, they do kind of do good. I think the PSG 5s, let's check. I think the PSG 5s actually like got pretty fucking high lately. I mean, yeah, 385, 400, 425. I mean, I remember when these were at fucking 220 all day. So maybe for like a long term, like if you just want to stock them, maybe fuck it. Just grab one of these for the fuck of it. They're not going to go for under retail, but I don't know, man. The Zoom line is weird because some Zooms, they make a fuckload of them and they release them everywhere. And then like the white Zooms, they actually didn't make that many. And people don't even know what the fucking all white Zooms, they're at like $400. Look at this. Zoom. When you think of Zooms, I always think of like the black ones and the green ones. But fucking look at the white. The Racer Blue pair, 360, 350, 470. If you got a size 9 in these, this is a money shoe. So I don't know. Just because it's PSG and it's a Zoom and the color's weird, it kind of makes me think it's not going to do great. But maybe, I don't know, if these are only $150, if that's true, then maybe fuck it. Maybe just grab them and give them a shot. I'll probably get them anyways. So that's kind of it for today's episode. I appreciate you guys watching. I love doing these sneaker episodes. Honestly, my streams that I do on Twitch, that's kind of where I put all my fun stories now and like my day-to-day content. And the sneakers, I don't really do anything sneaker related on Twitch yet. So maybe soon I'll throw in like a Thursday sneaker day or a Friday sneaker day. But until then, I'm going to stick with this podcast for a few more months at least and keep doing the sneaker episodes for you guys. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all. And I hope to see you on my Twitch stream sometime. Again, it's twitch.tv/badblando, or just search Bad Blando on your Twitch app. I love you guys and I appreciate you watching. Thank you.